Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my bi-weekly review for the Walking Dead comic book series. This week we saw the release of issue 118, which was part 4 of 12 in the All-Out War Rick versus Negan story arc. Okay, so finally the bi-weekly release schedule has kicked in for the Walking Dead comic book series, and we're getting to see some really good action, some really good stuff in the All-Out War double 12-issue story arc, which I believe they're going to be doing the bi-weekly for the rest of it, releases for the rest of it, as far as what's been let out, unless Charlie Adler gets behind in his artwork or something like that. It must be difficult to do this many pages every 2 weeks, and for them to, Kirkman to write it while he's got the show and everything else he's doing with the other books, and then also Charlie Adler, of course, to do the artwork. But I have been enjoying it, and I feel like the quality has not gone down at all. This one has some really, really great splash pages in it, that really illustrated the characters well. Maggie got, I think, probably her first splash page ever, which was pretty cool. Of course, she's at the hilltop still, and in this issue, she finally gets some more time to speak up and actually do something, in that she basically calls the leader of the hilltop a coward, who's Gregory, essentially. By the way, this review will contain spoilers for anyone who hasn't read the issue yet. Almost forgot to put in the spoiler warning there. So she basically punches Gregory a little bit because he's such a useless, weak bastard, and he is essentially a coward too, even though he wanted Rick and the others to stand up to Negan and stop him because of the whole Negan sort of intimidating them into giving him half of everything they have, half the resources on a monthly basis type thing. Now that the war has actually started and Rick's actually going forward with it, Ezekiel from the Kingdom has joined with him, and all of their men are attacking Negan. Gregory's run tail and just gone back to the hilltop basically, and taken his men with him essentially. So it was cool to see Maggie kind of talk some sense into the people. But the weird one for me is there's a really nice splash page, which is really well drawn, but then it says, "I believe in Rick Grimes," and it's like, oh man, that's so stolen from the Dark. I believe in Harvey Dent. I don't know. It was just weird for me to read that, but I mean, I guess it makes sense, but it's been used before. I believe in Harvey Dent, so I thought of the Dark Knight as soon as I saw that. But anyway, whatever. It wasn't bad for the purpose of the story. I mean, it fits and everything, but it was a little bit weird to me to read that. So some good time for her in this episode where she beats up on Gregory a little bit because he's so useless, and tries to talk the members of the Hilltop into going back and helping out Rick some more in the battle against Negan. We see in this issue Rick's group and Ezekiel's group, they're attacking the outposts. It seems that in the process Rick loses Eric, but aside from that, him and Jesus and the other characters are able to take the most fortified outpost without too many losses, it seems, from the artwork. At least as far as I could tell from the artwork, it seems that way. But Ezekiel, on the other hand, he has lost, it seems, everybody, or at least most of his men, seemingly everyone, including his tiger. So his tiger was unfortunately a casualty of war, which sucks because I kind of wanted to see some more cool stuff from her. But Shiva, I think it's a female tigress, yeah. But I mean, it seems that way, and he kind of leaves her with a swarm of zombies attack her, right? And then she basically seemingly is fighting them off while he can get away. Otherwise, he would die, so she kind of dies saving him, or at least it seems that way. Now, we just kind of met the tiger fairly recently, so I think it's kind of weird they would kill off the tiger so soon, especially because, I don't know if zombies would be that, even a herd of zombies, I don't know if they would be that effective against the tiger. I mean, they have some strength, and I guess they could bite and they could scratch, right? But the tiger would just power right through, groups of them, I would think, because they're so strong, right? Of course. So I don't know if we've seen the end of that. I guess we'll see if she is in fact dead, or if she ends up returning somehow, or he ends up finding her somehow and she's okay. I'm just a little bit not 100% convinced that the tiger is dead. Hopefully not, but I mean, if she is, whatever the case may be, Oh well. But it was cool to see some artwork with the tiger, you know, mauling some zombies and doing all that kind of stuff anyway. So aside from that, not really too much else to say in terms of plot developments, just some great stuff for Maggie, cool stuff that happened with Ezekiel with the big losses, and then of course just some great action shots, some great splash pages, and great action sequences that I really enjoyed a lot in the series. So I like this issue a lot, but I don't really have too much else to say about it. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I don't really, I mean, there's not really much else to talk about, I don't think, really, with regards to the issue. It was a great issue. It was a lot of action. It was a lot of fun. And Ezekiel's a really cool character, so it was a good issue for him and Maggie, and also for Rick too, becoming, you know, a stronger leader and leading his men into war, into battle, which was cool to see too. Lots of great action. So anyway, that's pretty much all I got to say about this week's issue. Let me know what you guys thought about it, and then of course we'll be releasing 119 in a couple weeks, and then my review will be up the day of or the day after, sometime around there. Anyway, I'll call it here. That's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. This was Trev, and I'm saying peace.